Ebro, Laura, Rosenberg Show.
So Shia LaBeouf got beat up in Mardi Gras.
Nah, this is nasty.
I don't
And
like
the whole
this.
thing was caught on video now. Reports are saying that he started a fight with a staff member at a bar in the French Quarter. And then, he started getting into it with the wrong people, got beat up. He was taken to the hospital, treated for unknown injuries, but they're saying that he later was arrested and charged with 2 counts of simple battery.
So what I could see in the video, it looked like the people beating him up were literally trying to get him to calm down.
Yes, that's what I saw.
And when he wouldn't calm down, we're like, all right, we're going to have to punch you, bro. Like, settle down. Pop. Like, you need to chill.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that.
And what worries me about that is what I recall from my dealings with Shia back in the day. He was always a guy who had certainly a troubled side, but I'm pretty sure he was in, like, intense recovery.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's getting kicked out of a bar for being wasted is a really bad, worrisome sign. And I hope that there are people in his life who can help him. Because
yeah, you took this really serious. I was going to
No, I'm sorry. I feel bad.
No, you're right. You're doing the right thing. I was going to blame you for the video because of what you said to him and about him years ago.
When he got bodied.
When you bodied him in a freestyle. We don't have Rosenberg's freestyle available.
No.
I thought you asked for it.
I thought I did too.
No, people don't want to see it. They don't want to see me shine. It was my coolest moment. So people don't want the moment.
It was hard.
No, people don't want the moment.
You feel like Rasan's hating on you.
No, because that moment is so good. Happy Thanksgiving, come feast on my, and then the headphone toss. Nah, it broke the internet. It changed the game.
How many years ago was that?
Dude, like
15?
8, 9, no, like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, Griff says 9.
9 years
my
ago.
timeline
But I dealt with him a bunch, and after me and him had that little thing, he always came off as like
super nice, right?
but crazy.
Oh, okay.
But crazy. Like he was just hitting me. He was just texting me blind without me knowing how he got my number. Yo, this Shia, blah, blah. I was like, oh man, sorry how things worked out. You seem like a good guy. Yeah, you should think that. Hey, by the way, like he was just intense and crazy off rip. But like I felt for him. Like there's something up with him that's not. He's a super talented guy, but he's had problems.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to ruin the fun, but it made me sad to see him getting beat up. Who wants to be getting beat up at Mardi Gras?
I was actually going to go as far as blaming you for him getting beat up at Mardi Gras.
Hey.
Ebro is the worst. Ebro will take the opportunity to blame me for something or bury me. If the opportunity is there, he is taking.
Wait, why you think Miss Jones is out here on the internet coming for me? That's how the relationships work, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I do, because we already talked about Steve Colbert, but I do want to play this video from.
You know him that well that you just call him Steve.
I've never
seen.
No,
I've never seen.
But he's our guy now.
Yeah, Steve.
He's our guy.
I've literally never met him before, but is he a friend of the show without coming on the show?
He's a friend of everybody. That's Steve.
I wanted to play a video from Brian Baez, which is Mentally Divine Official, breaking down what's happening right now because you've seen the headlines on the Post, like
all right.
Zoran, people will regret their votes because he's raising taxes on the average New Yorker.
Here we go. Let's take a
And
look.
this right here is exactly why we can't have nice shit. It's being falsely reported that Mayor Mamdani is planning to raise property taxes in New York City. Except that's not what he said at all. So here's exactly what happened. Today, February 17th, Mayor Mamdani held a press conference where he was going to talk about his preliminary budget for the next fiscal year. At this press conference, he had to address head-on the fact that Mayor Eric Adams before him left him with a $12 billion budget gap and deficit. It was repeatedly found that the Adams administration had underestimated expenses for police overtime and housing vouchers, just to name 2 areas. As a matter of fact, the Eric Adams administration was so bad at budgeting that the Citizens Budget Commission said no previous administration had engaged in under-budgeting to the extent that the Adams administration did. And at this press conference, Mayor Mamdani laid out 2 paths to be able to fix the fucking problem. He specifically says that path 1 is his goal, where he wants to increase the personal income taxes on New Yorkers earning more than $1 million and corporate taxes on the most profitable corporations. Essentially standing 10 toes down on what he said he wanted to do the minute he started running for mayor, taxing the ultra fucking wealthy. But he was also honest in laying out a second path, which he labels our last resort. And that last resort is raising property taxes. As a matter of fact, Zoran, what happens if you can't do path 1, which is your essential goal on taxing the rich?
We do not go down the first path. The city will be forced down a second, more harmful path. We would have to raise property taxes. The options of the second path are the options of last resort.
Did I hear that right? Did you say it was the last resort? I'm gonna need you to clear that up for me. Say that one more time.
I want to be first very clear. When we are speaking about property taxes, that is a tool of very last resort.
Well, last resort or not, it's...
Well, no, it's scary for people. I think, listen, before you jump to the last resort, I think this is a learning opportunity for everyone tuned in, okay? Start with under budget Adams.
I know.
Okay?
Because that.
Why do you under budget? You usually under budget so that you don't have to expose the shortfalls in the budget and you can claim that you've balanced the budget, and then later on you end up overspending.
Mm-hmm.
So not only were there problems when you created the budget, you created more problems after you spent the budget, which you're just going to kick the can down the road, kick the can down the road, because you don't want to have to be the person to raise taxes in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously we know now, and if you were paying attention then, Eric Adams was in with big real estate, so
That's
he didn't
right.
want to tax them more.
Of course not.
He was in with the ultra wealthy and that. He didn't want to have to tax them more.
No.
So and he also did not want to not increase, I don't know, the police budget because he's a cop and he wants to make sure that they get more money. So these are things that he didn't want to do, right? So he acted as if the budget was good to go. And if you were paying attention at the time, the comptroller and others were saying the budget is not okay.
Yes.
Right? Like people have been saying this. So Mamdani comes in and off the rip, he says we have a $12 billion budget gap. Hochul then, just the other day, said, I'm going to give you guys $1 billion to help out.
Well, that's 1/12 of what we...
Mamdani also said that they went through the budget. They're going through with a fine-tooth comb, and they found some savings. So now the gap, the last I heard, was down to $5 billion.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And he said he's got a whole committee, and they're going through line by line by line by line by line, every detail they can find to figure out how to close this $5 billion gap. But remember, for Mamdani to be able to increase taxes on the ultra-wealthy, whose support does he need?
The governor?
Hochul. Hochul used to have someone running against her in her next campaign for governor, Antonio Delgado. He recently pulled out of the race. He was more progressive. He was more working families party, also aligned with Mamdani, wanting to tax the ultra wealthy. But Mamdani and Hochul got cozy. They're trying to work together, and he, I think, didn't feel like he has a path forward now that Hochul and Mamdani are moving together, because he wasn't going to be able to move with Mamdani. So he was like, I don't really see a path forward. I saw his Twitter post. So the question now is Kathy Hochul actually going to support Mamdani in raising taxes on the ultra wealthy? And why would she? Because she doesn't have to. Nobody's running against her
I know.
in the primary.
And she said she wasn't going to do it before.
Right. So Mamdani's in a bit of a quagmire right now.
Bro.
A pickle.
A pickle. So let's see how this works out. He's playing. Look, I'm not mad at Mamdani. He's got to do the dance. He did. Remember, he already went and danced with Trump.
Yeah, well, that was a hell of a
He
dance.
held his ground.
No, it was a good dance.
But it was a good dance.
No, it was a dance.
Yeah. He did his two-step. Trump met it on the dance floor.
Yeah. Oh, you want to dance? Let's dance.
Yeah. Now he's dancing with Hochul and he got $1 billion out of it. Maybe a little bit more than $1 billion. But it's definitely something for everybody watching right now to pay attention to. See if Mamdani can navigate this first little hurdle. Big hurdle, really.
It's a big
$5
one.
billion budget gap.
Because let me tell you, if he ends up having to tax regular people,
I don't think he's going to go that far.
what was at the beginning?
But what he does want, one last point, sorry. I believe by saying that out loud as a last resort and the Post and everybody running with that as a headline.
Yeah.
He wants everyone to pay attention to this process and make sure that they hold it against Kathy Hochul if she does not help him tax the ultra wealthy.
Right.
That's his end game, is like, yo, if I lose this battle, it's Kathy's fault.
He has to. He has to be transparent. That's the only way.
Well, and he also has to protect himself, because if he sees, if it looks like it's him that's doing it, he now let down all the people who he brought. But I thought where you were going to go is the lesson is it's impossible for people when they get into office to not do the dance.
Yeah, but I already said that.
Everyone knows that.
No, everybody doesn't know that.
Well, you-
Everybody thinks that when these ideas come out from a candidate and these plans come out from a candidate, these proposals, they think they're locked in concrete steps that they're absolutely going to be able to make without any sort of pushback. That ain't the case.
Now there's always pushback. Now let's go to the lowdown.
The lowdown.
Here we go.
Because this is messy.
Time for the lowdown with Laura Stylez.
So I will say, I was digging in the Patreon comments and just comments, period. You
Yeah.
know, because some people do not like our Satan character.
Yeah, they don't. It's not.
But-
It's not beloved by all, but
Yes, yes.
majority do like it.
I thought we came up with a name for him.
But yes, I was going to say, do you want to introduce the new name? Because I like it. Do you remember it?
Devlin.
Yes.
Devlin.
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 I wasn't. Listen, I was not a part of this
A
discussion.
font came up with it. and I
Devlin
liked
was
it.
not.
No, Devlin's just like your sassy friend.
Devlin is funny.
Devlin's your sassy friend with a weird voice. That's all.
Wait. So now
Devlin.
Devlin's just your sassy friend with a weird voice.
I'm gonna watch how this plays
Who's
out.
willing just to say what needs to be said. You know what I mean?
All right, well, listen, there's some Major League Baseball bochinche, some drama. So the Major League Baseball Players Association, well, the executive director, Tony Clark, resigned on Tuesday. Well, there was an internal investigation that revealed
Oh, yeah.
an inappropriate relationship with his sister-in-law.
Wait.
Yeah. His sister-in-law, who also worked for the MLBPA.
His brother's wife.
We don't know.
Yes.
We don't know.
She
we
had
don't
been
know.
hired by the union in 2023.
Wait, sister-in-law.
We don't know which sister-in-law it is. Yesterday on Don Hahn and Rosenberg, which you guys can stream in the afternoons if it fits your fancy, we spent a lot of time breaking down what's the worst cheating. Sleeping with your wife's sister or your brother's wife.
Bro,
Great conversation. No, it's a great
it's
conversation.
all bad.
No, it's all bad.
It's all bad. That's fine, but I like this. I like where
No,
y'all
no,
like where
this is a
at.
good thought, right?
What's worse? Banging out your brother's wife or your sister's or
No,
your
your wife's
sister.
sister. Yeah, because they both are bad.
Wife's sister's bad. Worse.
Yeah.
So that's where I lean, but the difference is wife's sister, either way, your wife's getting crushed.
That's right.
But in the brother scenario, your wife's still getting crushed, and you crushed your brother, and all your immediate family is all now thrown into it. Whereas the wife's sister, you ended your marriage, essentially that's it.
Yeah. But
But the brother's
family,
wife and her family,
Yeah.
which happens in most situations. But with the brother one, you still lost the wife and her family,
That's real.
and now you lost the brother and his family.
I was just thinking your brother might understand and be like, yeah, nah, she a baddie. Nah, she a baddie. I get it.
No, this
I
is
get it.
messed
I get
up.
it.
It's
I get it.
messed up,
It's messed
but-
up, but I get it. She's bad.
But also, we don't know this Tony Clark thing.
Yeah.
We don't know the details of, like, I don't know whether there was separation or no one really knows. They just know the word sister-in-law. The reason they got caught is because they're looking for other worse stuff, like the MLBPA, having charities that aren't really getting the funds they're supposed to be getting. Like, they're looking for improprieties.
Now, is this all because they're headed towards a strike? I read.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're headed towards the strike,
But
It was
it feel-
definitely an audit, right?
but it's an audit.
Yeah, because somebody was saying all of this is happening right now because
Yeah.
they are headed towards a strike.
Right. So it's interesting now that they're going to be without this guy as they get ready for their biggest moment. But the question is, the thing that stuck out of my mind was this seems clearly like a violation of one of my number one rules in life. Don't do two illegal things at the same time.
You have to live by it. Oh,
Don't do too.
don't break the law while you're breaking the law.
You can't break the law while you're breaking the law. You're already doing something with your sister-in-law. And then you said, hey, by the way, while we're at it, I think I can line you up with a job at my place and get you paid too.
Man.
Played yourself.
Now hit the button.
Hit the button.
Congratulations.
Different.
You played
So
yourself.
now, and I wonder, when they started this whole audit, I wonder if he's thinking, oh man, they're going to find this. Or if he was like, they're not going to find this. He supposedly had a meeting on the books with the Cleveland Guardians yesterday. And that meeting wasn't canceled until yesterday morning. Like he thought it was business as usual. And then
This all happened yesterday.
and then there's
morning.
another thing to think about. Who was just a snitch?
Right.
Because they're going through all this stuff, and they're getting help from people on the inside.
Well, which makes
so
me
I was like,
think
you know
this-
what you should do is look into old Tony Clark. Ask about his sister-in-law. See where it leads you.
Who's he
Well,
going to lunch with
yeah,
on
yeah.
Tuesday?
But that makes me that solidifies that this is about to strike. That the owners are doing this to take apart the union.
Sounds right.
in time for negotiations or to figure out how they're going to just drag these players. Because, baseball players, they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
How about this? Griff just threw in, Clark has faced allegations of nepotism over jobs for at least one of his daughters in the MLBPA also.
Oh.
I ain't worried about that.
No, but it sounds like there's a history of him just trying to get people in.
They're going to bring it up.
I'm going to just try to get people jobs.
This happens. By the way, I don't care about nepotism. Don't care. Having sex with your sister-in-law or you're stupid enough to hire somebody that you're cheating on your wife with.
Yeah, that's
You're an idiot.
Yeah, that's the Schmidt-idiot part.
But nepotism has been going on in forever. Like,
Yeah, everyone tries to get jobs for their kids.
About? What are we talking about? The whole American society that we know is built on who you know.
What do you mean? The Trump children, they've earned everything on their own.
The Bush children.
Yeah, them too.
Earned everything.
Messy. Well, that's the lowdown, guys.
Yo, listen.
Hit that outro.
Lord, stop.